It's Thredup Thursday, and today, you guys, we're going to be opening one of my favorite boxes. Although, let's be honest, everything I open is like my favorite. But today, we're going to be opening the Thredup DIY designer box. Now, you guys, lately, my designer boxes have been coming to me beat up, okay? This one is on a whole new level, y'all. Literally by my front door, okay? It's the bottom of the box. This was open, and this was open. And there was literal dirt, like, that had gotten into this part of it. But you guys, like, look, like, it's ripped here. Like, right along. So, I don't know, you guys, if someone intentionally opened this, or if it really was damaged like that in shipping. I'm not sure, but the items in here could be a little dirty. And I'm hoping that they're all in there, you guys. So we will get into that designer box, and we're hoping that Thredup sent me some good stuff. Also today, you guys, if you noticed, I've changed up the backdrop behind me a little bit. Next week is my birthday. So I have kind of a sweet little setup going right there. I've got some of my favorite things, some Alice in Wonderland, my fairy doors, and some birthday presents, you guys. So I can't wait to start celebrating. And we're going to kick that off today. Today, I'm going to be opening my monthly curated box from Bryten over at Brighten Your Day. And you guys, he put together a special box for me this month because it is my birthday. So I can't even imagine what is in here because I'm dying to open it. Because I love my monthly boxes from him. And if this one is supposed to be extra special, I just have no idea how it could get better than what he already sends me. So we're going to open that. So we'll open the monthly curated box from Brighten first. We will then open the designer box. And then at the end, you guys, I'm going to give you an update on what I've sent in and sold on the RealReal and what I will be sending in this month to sell. I used to do a separate video about the RealReal, but since we're opening a designer box, I thought, why not? Let's just add it onto this video so you guys can see what is selling, what your commission rate is, what is it worth it, depending on your cost of goods, and you can decide for yourself, okay? So we will do that, and hey, y'all, if you're new here, my name's Christina, and I'm a part-time seller here on YouTube, Poshmark, eBay, Depop Mercari, and the RealReal. And you guys, I love opening mystery boxes. I open them twice a week, usually on Tuesdays. I do jewelry of some sort. I just opened a Thredup DIY 5-pound box, you guys. It was awesome. Y'all, I got gold. It was so good. And on Thursdays, I open a Thredup box. Next week, I will be opening a Goodwill jewelry jar from my local Goodwill. That will be on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, we're going to be opening another fun box. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, hey, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications and join me. I have lots of fun over here. And I do always like to show you guys what I'm wearing. So today, y'all, I am sporting one of my new favorite pickups, which is this chambray jumpsuit. I know y'all can't really see it, but I love wearing jumpsuits. So I have this on, and I have it paired with this gorgeous Lucas Lameth mother of pearl necklace. I know I've worn this on the channel before. I have in some little like mother of pearl studs and bracelet. I just picked this up at my thrift store, I think last week. I don't know. I go a lot. Anyways, so I have some mother of pearl and my jumpsuit on, and we're ready to get into it. So you guys, let's start with the birthday box from Bryten. I am freaking out. I'm glad he didn't send this to me much earlier because I wouldn't have been able to not open it. So I'm super excited. If you aren't familiar with Bryten's channel, he's got an amazing jewelry channel, you guys. He posts a video every Saturday, and he opens a mystery box of jewelry. So sometimes it's a Salvation Army jewelry jar, sometimes it's a Thredup DIY box, or sometimes it's a Goodwill Blue box. So you get a mystery box, and then he always pairs it with some Shop Goodwill lots. So there's lots of items to see, shop from, and he knows so much about jewelry. I always learn something. So he's got an amazing channel. It's a lot of fun. Go check him out if you haven't already. One of the other things that he does is he offers two different types of boxes that you can purchase. So he has a reseller box, and you can purchase this box and it's pieces of jewelry that you can resell and make a profit on. The other type of box he offers is my favorite, and that is the curated box, where he puts together a box of jewelry for you. And it's based off of your style. It's based off of like your likes. And he knows exactly what I like. So I love getting these boxes. It's like giving myself a gift every month. So I love it. We are going to open this one, which is supposed to be extra special for my birthday. So I can't wait. Okay, so let's cut the tape and see what Bryten sent me this month. There are typically 5 pieces in here. I think he might have told me that this box only has 4 because it's like a special box for my birthday. Okay, so typically I believe it's 5 pieces of jewelry, and then it's $35, and that includes shipping, you guys. Okay, so I'll give you guys a little peek. Okay. He always does a great job packaging. Oh, this is so cute. It's like the bubble wrap is like a pale pink. Okay, so it's in this little pouch. So I'm going to open the pouch. And I'll give you guys the first peek. Shut up. Bryten. Okay. I can already tell I'm going to love this so much. I'm like trying not to get emotional. Sometimes when I get things that are really meaningful to me or that are super sweet, I get a little emotional. So I will do my best not to like start crying. Okay. Okay, you guys, to start off with, y'all, there's a ring in here, and you guys, it's malachite. Oh, I love this. I love malachite. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, it's marked. It's marked Ann Taylor. Okay, so it's marked Ann Taylor right on the inside here. It says it's a size 7. You guys, look at the setting on this ring. Oh, that's beautiful. The band is beautiful. It is in a gold tone, and look at that piece of malachite. I love it. My hands are swollen right now. Let me see if I can even get it on. I've been sick, you guys, and so I'm just getting over my cold, but like my joints have been swollen, but I got it on. I love it. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, that's the hard part for me, is I want to put everything on, but I will wear all of this in one of my videos next week, so you'll have to stay tuned. So first piece, I love. Okay, yay. That's perfect. Next up, you guys, we have a brooch. And you guys, this is a scarab. And this is, Bryten and I both love scarab jewelry. Wow. This is gorgeous. I'm not even showing you guys. Sorry. This is really special. Oh, I love it. And you guys, it's green, like emeralds for May, for my birthday. I love it. Oh, this is beautiful. I love scarab jewelry. I collect scarab jewelry. I mean, this is amazing. Oh, I love that. Okay, so we have the scarab brooch, and I'll show you guys what else is in here. I'm freaking out right now. Like, Bryten, thank you. You've done too much. Okay. I mean, I love it though. That's never really too much. Oh, these are stunning. We have a pair of screwback earrings. These are also like a carved gemstone scarabs. These are gorgeous. They are also a lever back. Okay, so adjustable to your ear. Sorry, you guys, I had to pause for a minute. I was starting to get emotional. So, okay. Anyways, the earrings are gorgeous. I kind of wish I was showing this camera down so you could really appreciate how gorgeous these are. Oh, I absolutely love them. I cannot wait to wear these. Okay, this last one is just... this is a scarab necklace. I'm sorry if this video is going to be a little choppy, you guys. I'm getting a little emotional, so. You guys, look how gorgeous this necklace is. I absolutely love it. Look at the tiger's eye. Like, is this rose quartz or rhodonite? An onyx, probably a unakite. Oh, these are gorgeous. Oh, I can't wait to wear this. Bryten, thank you so much. I know that you knew I was going to like freak out over this, and I did, and you successfully got me to get a little emotional. So, oh, that's amazing. Gorgeous earrings. I love that brooch. That's insane. And a scarab necklace. I can't. And the malachite ring. Y'all, if you're not following Bryten, please go over and check out his channel. He, aside from the fact that he's got an amazing channel, y'all, he's a really good person, okay? Like, he's a good friend of mine. So, make sure to give him a follow. Check out his jewelry videos. And if you're interested in one of his reseller or curated boxes, I will have his email down in the description. You just need to send him an email and inquire, okay? Thank you, Bryten. I can't wait to wear these. I'm so excited. Okay. Now, I need to calm down for a minute so that we can open the designer box. Okay. We're going to open the designer box. Usually I open the top to give you guys a first peek, but like if I do that, everything's going to fall out of the bottom. So should we try to do a first peek from the bottom? I don't know if that's going to work, but let's try it. Okay. Well, I don't know that that worked out super well because the tissue's not completely covering the items, so I can kind of see what's in here. But let's flip up the tissue and get a full peek. Okay, so I can see it right away that we got a handbag. I can see we got a pair of Ferragamo shoes, which look like they're in horrible condition. Okay. Is that Gucci, y'all? I think we got Gucci. And it looks like also some clothing. So I'm going to pause for a minute and take a crazy thumbnail, and I'll be right back. Okay, hopefully one of those turned out. By the way, right before I started filming you guys, my light ring broke. Like, it's still on. I know sometimes you can see the reflection up there, but like the part that holds everything, literally I broke it. Like the plastic, it's broken. So I'm hoping we can get through this taping. I got to order a new one. Y'all, I go through light rings like nobody's business. Okay, let's start with the Ferragamos because we already know they're not in good shape. Okay. All right, so we have some black patent leather, low heel Ferragamos. Now, when you're looking at Ferragamos, obviously the ones with the bows do better. But you guys, the strap on this is like not okay. Like there's no DIYing that. So these are in a size 8. Let's check the other one. The other one looks like it's even in worse condition, you guys. Look at that peeling on the patent. So that's not good. This is the vintage marking on Ferragamos. So you guys, I don't think I'm going to sell these. I mean, they are really not in good shape. The soles are actually in great shape. I think I'm going to hold on to these and I am going to harvest the bows off of them and either make a headband out of one of them or maybe some jewelry. I love upcycling designer jewelry. I've purchased craft lots from Rent the Runway, and I love crafting with like designer pieces. So I'm going to harvest these bows and I'm going to make something with these because there's no salvaging these shoes. So even though I'm excited about my little craft project, that was not a great first item. Okay. Let's go next for a piece of clothing. We have, oh, okay. This one is in a navy. It's got a white print. What's happening here? This says, oh, I see. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm confused which way this goes. There's a button here. I think this is the back. All right. So we have like a blouse. Okay. Again, in a navy with a beautiful like white print to it. And it buttons down the back. So you have these navy buttons that go all down the back. This one has a tag right here that says size 10. Okay. It says that the fabric was made in Italy. And this is Valentino Boutique. So I don't know that I've sold Valentino Boutique before, but Valentino clothes usually do okay. So I will give that a look up and I will have a price on the screen for this one. Okay, so Valentino, good brand. So that's item number 2. Let us do another clothing item. And then I'm grabbing that handbag, you guys. You guys, we have an authenticity tag. And y'all, we have Burberry. Okay, so let's see what the situation is here. This is Burberry London. It's in a gorgeous like olive green. It's in a sheer. So this would be perfect for summer. So what is wrong with this? This is a dress, okay? It's got pockets at the top. All right. Like that. Beautiful gold buttons that do have the Burberry branding on them. Let's see, maybe we are missing a size. No. This is a size 14, you guys. Oh my gosh, I don't know. This looks really tiny. I don't think this is gonna fit me. It does have a sheer underlay on it. So I'm gonna have to take a closer look at this one off camera to figure out what's wrong with it. I would imagine with this type of material that there might be a hole somewhere, but I don't see anything in the moment right now. It's got a beautiful trim at the bottom. I love this. So maybe there's something wrong with the liner here. I'm not sure, and this feels very silky. So I will look at this off camera, and if I find something wrong with it, I will put that on screen along with the price. So item number 3, Burberry, you guys. So some good brands. Okay, we got Ferragamo's, which I'm happy about that, just not their condition. Valentino, good brand, and Burberry. So in my opinion, all designer brands so far. All right, let's go for the handbag. I love getting bags. And we have a Michael Kors. Oh, hold on. Gotta get it out. There we go. We have a Michael Kors. This is the full-on Michael Kors, not Michael Kors. Here's the interior, which looks pretty good. You have 2 slip pockets on the side and then a large slip pocket here. There is maybe some light staining right here from like a pen or something, but not bad. Corners look really good. So good condition. The chain and then strap also look like they're in a great condition. So this is a very beautiful kind of gray taupe color. Love it. The only thing that I can see is that there's a little bit of copper coming through on the branding here on the front. But you'd have to be really close to see that. So if anyone is interested in the Michael Kors, let's do 35 bucks. This is a gorgeous crossbody, and it's honestly, it's in excellent condition. Just a little bit of wear to like the hardware, but the leather, corners, and interior look great. So, all right, so I consider Michael Kors more like a luxe brand. So it's our first luxe brand in the box. We're at 4 items, okay? Let's do another clothing. This one's large and heavy. I can already tell this one needs to be sweater shaved, okay? In a navy. This one needs a really good sweater shave. Okay. You guys, we have Tory Burch. So I've been getting a lot of Tory in these designer boxes. And even though Tory Burch would be like a luxe brand, I'm not mad about that at all, you guys. Tory Burch sells great. Okay, you have this beautiful like sweater collar, and then this is a very heavy and thick blue textured jacket. This is great. Okay, this is in a size small. I love this. I will have to comp this out because, like I said, the Tory clothes can go for big money. Okay, but this is a great jacket. Really nice, beautiful. It just needs a major sweater shave. So I will have a price on the screen. If you purchase, I will sweater shave it for you. Y'all, I love sweater shaving. Is that weird? Probably. I also love doing laundry, you guys. Folding laundry is like therapeutic. I love folding laundry. I don't know. Like I don't know. I love it. Okay. I'm weird. All right. Moving on. Let's do our last clothing item. So that was number 5. So it looks like we got all 7 items, which I'm shocked, honestly, with the way that this box arrived. All right. This is like inside out. Hold on. What's happening here? Maybe whoever delivered my box like tried this on. It was like, no, it doesn't fit. She gets all the items. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Y'all, this is adorable. Y'all, if this was in my size, I would 100% wear this. This is totally something I would wear. You have these kind of like tattered edge pieces of material. Oh my gosh, that are making these ruffles all along this gorgeous top. And then look at the back, y'all. It has a train on the back. I love it. Okay, let's see what brand this is. I have a guess. We'll see if I'm right. I am. This is Emilio Pucci. And that is an amazing designer brand. Okay, there we go. This is in... Well, this may be in the box because the size looks like it's worn off. So I will have to double check the size. It is 100% silk. It is made in Italy. And y'all, this is absolutely stunning. This is by far my favorite piece in the box. For sure. I love that. That is perfect for spring and for summer. Okay, you guys, there's one item left and a lot of dirt in the bottom of the box. And I think my receipt, let me grab my receipt, you guys. All right, the receipt says, I ordered this on April 15th. I ordered it on tax day, OMG. This is the designer box, and I didn't even say this at the beginning. But if you aren't familiar with them, you get 7 designer or luxe items that are DIY, meaning there may be something wrong with it that you have to fix yourself, like a sweater shave, a size could be missing, there could be a hole in it. You could have patent leather straps that are unrepairable. That's not really DIY in my opinion, but anyway. And it's $140 plus shipping and plus tax. So for me, all in, I believe it comes to about $160, $170. Okay. That is when I ordered it. So for our last item, y'all, we got Gucci. Never mad about getting Gucci. These are gorgeous. These are beautiful flats. They have the Gucci elastic band in the red and the green. Y'all, these are in a size 40. I could totally wear these. Oh, these are awesome. Okay, what's wrong with you? There's got to be something wrong with you for them to put Gucci in here. Oh, that's what's wrong with you. The sole has dry rot, you guys. So I don't know if you can see here. Sometimes when shoes get really dry, they will crack. I got a pair of Chanel. Look how bad the cracking is. Sometimes if it's like this is really bad dry rot. Sometimes if it's like this, like if you look on this side, you won't really notice it. And then you bend and you're like, OMG. Okay. So I got a pair of Chanel's that had dry rot. I sold those because as is, and I put pictures of the dry rot because you have to get them resold, you guys. Okay. I will offer these up if anybody wants to purchase them for $50. I'm imagining these comp out for a couple hundred, and you would have to go and get the soles replaced. Otherwise, you guys, these are my size. So I'll wear them. And then I will take them to my cobbler and I will get him to fix them. Y'all, I have the coolest cobbler. I am sorry. He is like the biggest like mystery to me. I love going in there. First of all, I love going in there because it smells like hot glue and leather. Okay. And he is like the most like eccentric person. I think he's like my age or maybe a little bit younger. And the conversations I have with that man are like, I never know what I'm going to get, you guys. So I love going in there. So I'll take those into him if nobody purchases those. I might get them fixed up for me. Okay. How about that? Anyways, we got all 7 items, which I'm surprised. You guys, we got Gucci. We got Burberry. We got Tory Burch, Ferragamo, Valentino. And you guys, we got PUCCI. So PUCCI and Gucci, that's a winner. All right. So yay. Aside from the condition of the Ferragamos and the Gucci's, this was an excellent box. Okay. And I'm certainly not mad. The Ferragamos are probably like, that's not great. That shouldn't be in the box, but I will harvest the bows off of that and I will bring back whatever I make with them and show you guys. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move this to the side. Okay. And we are going to talk a little bit about the RealReal. Many of you guys know that I do sell on the RealReal. Lately, I've been sending a lot of the gold pieces that I've been finding because you guys, I found like a gold streak for like, I don't know, 6 months or something. I've been finding it in my boxes. I've been finding it in my jewelry jars. I've been finding it at my thrift store, and I've been sending it into them. They've been pricing it really well. It's been selling right away, and my commission has been really good. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys the things that I've been sending into the RealReal. I'm going to scoot over just a smidge. Okay, so I can put up on the screen the pictures of the sold listings so you have something to look at besides my smile while I'm telling you what I sold. So at the beginning of the year, I sold a Burberry trench coat. This came in a designer box. So my cost of goods was, about $20-ish. And you guys, vintage Burberry trenches sell amazing. Okay. This one I sold for $381. Okay. My rate on that one was 60%. And so my payout was $228.60. Now, I also got a bonus based on my level. They don't add that into the total on here. They add it into the total at the bottom. So I did make a little bit more than that based on my level. So when you send things into the RealReal, for me, it is not worth it unless I know that it's going to sell above $200. Okay. Now, you never really know. You can kind of figure out what they're going to price stuff for, but it depends on when it's going to sell because they'll start discounting and discounting, and they have a commission structure. So for me, especially for what I'm paying on my cost of goods in these boxes, I want to make sure that it's going to sell above $200. Doesn't always happen. You'll see some examples of that, but in general, that's kind of the rule that I like to stick to. And you guys, we'll talk about this in a minute. They have little challenges every month, and I try to meet them every month so I can treat myself to something. It's so fun. So we'll talk about that after I go through sales so I can tell you what I'm going to send in this month to try to reach that goal. Okay. The next item that sold was some gold, you guys. It was a pair of 14 karat gold scallop hoop earrings. I did offer these up in a thrift haul. I found them at my thrift store for a great price and sent them into the RealReal. They sold for $255, and my commission rate on that was 55%. And my payout on those was $140.25. So I was super happy about that. I don't remember the weight on those off the top of my head. Okay. The next item that sold. So my cost of goods on that was like super cheap because I bought them at my thrift store. Like they missed the gold mark. They were out with like the regular earrings. Regular earrings at my thrift, it just depends. I've kind of raised their prices recently. Depends on the day and who's pricing, but usually they range anywhere between $4 and $8 in the regular area of my store. Okay, the next item that sold on the RealReal was by Acris. That is a brand I get a lot in these designer boxes. And so I recognized it right away. As soon as I saw the bag, I was like, OMG, um, that's designer. Like, they missed it. This was at Goodwill. I go to Goodwill, a few different locations that are by me, at least once a week, sometimes twice a week if I have time. And I'm checking for jewelry jars, you guys. I love opening those here on the channel. I also look at their jewelry case and see, I find a lot of like native jewelry there and stuff like that, Taxco. But lately, y'all, they haven't been having a lot of jewelry. Okay, so I don't know. But anyways, I do look at the handbags there, small goods. I check, certain areas of the store for certain things I'm looking for. This day I found an Acris handbag, you guys. It needed a little bit of repair, and so I did fix it up, sent it in. It sold for $335, and my commission on that was $201. I think I paid $12 at Goodwill for that. My Goodwill, y'all, Goodwills are different everywhere, and I know that. And I know many of you don't have jewelry at your Goodwills. For handbags and clothing, my Goodwill prices everything individually. Shoes, bags, clothing. It's not a set price on anything. I know that there's some Goodwills that they're like, shorts, like $4.99 or whatever. Not my Goodwill. Everything is priced individually, so you never really know what you're going to pay, and it's like a case by case basis. But this one I believe was like maybe $12 or $12.99. Okay. Then this particular month, which this is my February statement. So this is what I sold in January. Okay. The last item I sold that month was 14 karat gold two-tone hinged bangle bracelet. Now this bracelet I got out of a mixed jewelry box from Thredup. So my cost of goods on this was maybe $7 or $8. And, you guys, that bracelet, I don't remember how many grams it weighed, but it was gorgeous. I kind of wanted to keep it, but I knew it was worth too much for me to keep. And I sent it into them. They sold it right away for $858.50. And I got a 65% commission on that. And so, because this is the other thing with gold, if you guys are thinking about sending in wearable gold to the RealReal, if it is branded, you get a higher commission rate. Okay. If it's branded gold, which this one technically, I got into a little bit of an argument with them. This one technically was branded. It was an Italian designer, but because it was one that they didn't recognize, they considered it unbranded gold, which you get a cheaper commission rate. Okay. So just be aware of that. If you decide to send in gold to the RealReal, you can talk to a rep before you send anything in to get kind of a ballpark of what they will list it for. And just keep in mind with the gold, there is a difference between branded and unbranded gold in your commission rate. Okay. So I don't know if I said this, but I made $558.03 on that, you guys. That was amazing. Okay. All right. So in March, which this means what I sold in February, I sold a pair. I'm so disappointed about this sale. Okay, y'all, I'm on the struggle bus with selling Golden Goose. Okay, I've had this particular pair, y'all, this is the pair I got out of that extremely expensive designer box from Thredup. I paid about $500 for, was it like 4 items? I don't know, you guys, that my box was not good. I thought it was going to be full of amazing things, y'all. I thought I was going to get a Chanel handbag. Didn't. This pair of sneakers was in there. I had them listed for a long time and they did not sell. I sent them into the RealReal. They priced them high. I checked like what they were going to price them for before I sent them in. However, they got discounted and discounted and discounted because guess what? Nobody wanted to buy them there either, y'all. They ended up selling for $137.50. So this is what I'm saying about the amount that you sell an item for. Okay, your commission rate drops drastically below $200. So my commission rate on this was only 30%. I made $41.25 on those, which, listen, if they would have been in a regular designer box, okay, I would have doubled my cost of goods, but that was in a really expensive designer box, you guys. So that was sad. All right, you win some, you lose some, y'all. All right, the next item that sold was a Burberry Sport Bomber Jacket. This I got out of a Thredup DIY designer box. My cost of goods about 20 bucks. Again, y'all, this took forever to sell. I had it listed for a long time. I made it through like most of the winter. Nobody bought it. I had it priced like really well, I thought. Sent it in. They kept discounting it and discounting it and discounting it. And it sold for $93, you guys. So sad. My commission rate on that, when it's under $100, 20%. I only made $18.60 on that. So I didn't even make back my cost of goods on that beautiful Burberry coat. Y'all, someone got a steal on that jacket. Okay. The next item to sell was a pair of Chanel vintage CC logo sunglasses. Okay. I've gotten a few pairs of Chanel sunglasses in my designer boxes last year, and I sent this pair into the RealReal. They again sat for a long time. It actually tells you in a different report, like that's more detailed on like when it listed, and there's more information. But for this one, no, this is just like my like transaction report. These ended up selling for $165. So my commission rate on these, because of the brand and because it was an accessory, was 45%. Okay. So this is why you've got to check the different, they have different commission schedules. When you go on their website, you can see what they will sell for. So I made $74.25 on that. I got them out of a designer box, so I tripled my money. The next item to sell was one of my favorite finds at my thrift store lately, you guys, is a vintage 14 karat gold ruby fox brooch. I was looking at brooches one day in particular, and they had some animal brooches, and I'm like, oh, like these are super cute. And there were a few I was definitely going to get, and I'm carrying around the fox, and I'm looking at the fox, and I'm like, his eyes look, they're not rhinestones, you know, they're prong set, they're gorgeous. So I actually don't usually Google Lens things when I'm at the thrift store. I probably should. But I decided to Google Lens him, and everything that popped up said 14K. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Excuse me? And sure enough, I peel back the card, because they, on my thrift store, puts them on these big cards. So it's hard to kind of see the markings unless you're going to take them off the card, which they really don't want you to do. And right at the top of his ear, sure enough, it was marked 14K. I did comps on him. Comps online were between $600 and $700, and he sold right away on the RealReal for $675. My commission rate on him was 60%, and I made $405 on that fox brooch, you guys. That was amazing. Okay, next up, y'all, was a Belova Commerce Route watch. Okay, so let's talk about watches for a minute. All right, I have a ton of watches I need to show you guys. My thrift store, like once every 2 weeks, puts out a bowl just full of watches. Now, none of them are ticking, okay? I'm not a watch battery changer, so I sell all my watches as is. One day in particular, they had a few Belova watches, and I thought, well, that's a good brand. I'm going to pick them up. So I picked up, I think, 3, and I sent them into the RealReal. So 2 of them they didn't consider in good enough condition to list, but I checked with my rep. This is the interesting thing. So if you have some designer watches, including Michael Kors watches that don't have a battery or aren't working, you can send them in. The RealReal will put the battery in them, make sure they're working, and sell them. Okay. So for me, picking up like watches I can send into them, or some of these Michael Kors watches that I've gotten out of different boxes, perfect option for me. Okay, that Belova watch, I want to say I paid $3 for it. It sold on the RealReal for $195. I got a 45% commission. And so I made $87, I'm going to say 800, that'd be amazing. $87.75. Okay, so that moves us into my statement for April. So this is what I then sold in March. Okay. So, and I will give you guys another update after a few more months go by. Maybe this summer, I'll do another update letting you know the items I sent in and kind of how they sold. Okay. So the last month I sold a Louis Vuitton monogram Cabas piano handbag. This was a handbag I got out of the Louis Vuitton box from Thredup, you guys. I mean, I'm dying. Can they please restock that box again? Can I please get another one? I love Louis Vuitton, you guys. I love the monogram handbags. I own a few of them. I have purchased, I've purchased one or two new, but the rest, well, one of my clients bought me one. I know, you guys. One of my clients bought me a Louis Vuitton handbag that I use all the time. I bought myself one many, many years ago. And then the rest of them I've purchased on the resale market. So I love Louis Vuitton. I have a couple of their jewelry pieces and it's just, I don't know. I love it. So I wish this box would come back up again. This was from that box. I can't remember how much the box was. I want to say it was maybe $300 or $400. And you got 2 handbags and an accessory. Okay. And one of the handbags I sold to a viewer, and a wallet, I believe I also sold to a viewer. So this was the last item remaining. Now, the Cabas piano, it's a vintage one. And in my opinion, it's not one of the more desirable styles of Louis Vuitton. And this one was beat. Okay, so this is the other thing about the RealReal. If I were to try to send in like those Ferragamo shoes with the beat up leather, they are not going to accept those. They will send them right back to me. However, if I send in a Gucci that's a little beat up or a Louis Vuitton that's a little beat up, because the brand is more, or Chanel, because the brand is more desirable, they will then list them in like fair condition. Okay. So I had this listed for a long time and it didn't sell. The corners on this handbag were in horrible condition, like literally holes coming through on the corners. Okay. And I thought, I'm just going to try to send it in and see if they can sell it. They did, you guys. It took a while. But it sold for $362.50. I got a 60% commission rate. And so I made $217.50. So I think on the other 2 items I sold, those 2 combined basically paid for my box. So this would be like my profit on that Louis Vuitton box. I wish that there would have been a piece in that box for me to keep because I love Louis Vuitton, but there wasn't. So that's okay. All right. The next item to sell for me was a Dolce & Gabbana trench coat. Now this was the D'Angie. Okay. So not the full Dolce. And I had this listed for a long time. It did not sell. I don't know why it's not selling. I sent it into them. Y'all, it was listed forever. It finally sold at $63. And I only got 20% commission on that. And my takeaway on that was $12.60. So lost some money on that one. Came in one of these Thredup designer boxes. The next one was an Oscar de la Renta printed mini dress. That's another one I had listed for quite a while and it did not sell. So I sent it to them. It sat with them for a while. They discounted it down to $93 and I only got 20% commission on that. And so I made $18.60. So almost my cost of goods back on that piece. Again, someone got an amazing deal on an Oscar de la Renta dress. Okay. The next item to sell for me was a 14 karat gold textured bangle bracelet. This was an item I got out of a mixed box. It is gorgeous. And I sent this in previously to the RealReal. And the quote that they gave me before I sent it in, I was happy with. Once they received it, they priced it lower than what they had told me, and I wasn't happy with it. So I requested it back. You can do that. They do charge you now if you're going to request an item back. So I paid, it's $14.99 to have that bracelet sent back to me. That was worth it to me. Okay. I requested it back. I sent it back in the next month and they priced it over $1,000. So I was then happy. It ended up selling for $876. My commission rate on that was 65%. And I made $569.40. So that was amazing. And that was from a mixed jewelry box from Thredup. Okay. Then we're back to Golden Goose. It's a big loser for me, you guys. This was a pair of sneakers, and these sold for $85.50. Again, because it's below $100, I only get 20% of that. So I didn't even make my cost of goods back, you guys. $17.10. Y'all, what's up with Golden Goose? Like, I used to be able to list those for $250, $300 and get offers immediately. I don't know. Not as popular anymore, I guess. All right, last item to sell was the Alice and Olivia silk mini dress. So Alice and Olivia, I already know if I'm sending it into the RealReal, I'm getting peanuts for it, okay? But this is the thing. For whatever reason, in these DIY boxes, when I get Alice and Olivia, there's almost never a size in it. I don't know what happens to that size tag. It's almost always missing on my Alice and Olivia pieces. The great thing about the RealReal, okay, now we learned about the watches, okay, that they'll put the battery in and sell them if they're not running. They also will take items that are missing a size. They will measure, they will determine the size, and they will sell it at that size. So for me as a reseller, I like that I can send it in, even if I know I'm going to take a hit, that they can sell it missing a size, okay? So I almost always send in my missing size pieces to them, okay? Irregardless of what I'm going to get. This one sold for $18, you guys. Again, someone got an amazing deal. It was all silk, okay? 20% on that. I made $3.60 on that Alice and Olivia. So that's my biggest loser of this last batch. But overall, you guys, the things that have been selling the best for me have been the gold. So as I keep finding gold, I'm going to keep sending it in. I just opened in my box on Tuesday, my DIY box, a 14 karat gold anklet. So that I will be sending into the RealReal to get them to sell. I also found a bracelet at my thrift store that I don't think I'm going to send in this time, but I might send in the next time. So the other thing that the RealReal does that I wanted to talk about is they do monthly challenges. Okay, so it changes every month. Now, if you've never consigned the RealReal before, okay, they always have a new consigner offer that's like an easy challenge or an easy like goal to reach, and then you get a shopping credit. So you can go on their website and check to see what the consigner deal is for this month. The other thing that you can do if you aren't trying to like reach some goal is you can sign up for an account through them to sell through a referral link, which is a newer program they've started over the last year. I have a referral link down in the description. So if you decide to try it, please use my referral link. You will automatically get a $100 shopping credit, and then I will get a shopping credit too. So yay, win-win. But that's an easy way to get a shopping credit and to try it out. You just have to send in one item. Okay. So for me, because I've been selling with them for a while, the challenge for the month of May is to send in 6 items that they price at $150 or more, and I get a $100 shopping credit. So that's pretty easy for me. Now, do I want to send in items that are below 200? No. Now they don't have to sell for that. They just have to be accepted and listed for that amount. So I usually try to send in double of what they're asking for and go from there. So I'm going to be sending in a few pieces that are missing sizes that they should list above 150, but probably less than 200. I'm going to be sending in the Roberto Cavalli dress that I got last year in a DIY box that will definitely be listed above the $200 mark. And you guys, I have to show you what I found in my thrift store this week. I picked up an amazing belt, you guys. So my thrift store got a lot of like boutique belts in that they put up in a different area than usual, like a lot of Chico's belts, a lot of Brighton belts, so a lot of different belts. And so like literally they had a whole display, and then they had 3 big baskets full of belts. So, and they're all priced individually because they're in the boutique. So like they're branded. Okay. So I was like digging through the bins thinking like maybe I'll find like a Ferragamo belt or something, you know, like some higher end designer, because like I love bringing you guys the Brighton belts, but they had them priced too high to then sell to you guys. So anyways, I was looking through and y'all, I found a Chanel belt. And I think that they thought it wasn't real. And I picked it up and I'm like, okay, put it in the cart. They wanted $10 for it. I'll put a picture up on the screen of one of the pieces of the belt so you can see what it looks like. And it has these big plates, which that's what is in the picture. And then it is connected with chains that have interwoven leather. And then it has a clasp where it hooks. It says Chanel on it. And then a Chanel like interlock C dangle, you guys. So, you know, even if it wasn't real, it's worth picking up for $10. But you guys, I'm pretty sure it's real. So some of the leather that's woven into the chains had to be repaired. So I fixed that up, kind of like I did that Actress handbag. And you guys, I'm sending it to the RealReal. One very similar to mine sold for over $1,000. So we will see what the RealReal says. We will see if they think it is authentic. But that is one of the items I will be sending in with my May consignment. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed the designer box, my RealReal update, and what I'm going to be sending in. And you guys, how amazing was that curated box from Brighton? I'm still completely blown away, and I can't wait to wear the pieces. So anyways, make sure to come back and join me next week. I will be opening another Real Goodwill jewelry jar. And on Thursday, I will be opening another Thredup rescue box. We will be doing another fun box, which are also one of my favorites. What's better than jewelry and a little bit of fun? All right, y'all. Next time you see me, I'm going to be a year older. It'll be my birthday. I hope everybody has an amazing weekend. And until then, bye, y'all.